What's going on? 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 Indiana Jones without Harrison Ford. What's Ghostbusters with only women? What's going on? What's going on? We have to figure out what's going on. What's going on? 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 Indiana Jones without Harrison Ford. What's Ghostbusters with only women? What's going on? What's going on? We have to figure out what's going on. What's going on? 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 What's going on?
All right, everyone, welcome to the stream. That music was made by Place Boing. We're back. But yeah, welcome everyone to the stream. How's it going? Yeah. Let me go deafen on Discord because the guy is doing something. But yeah, I've deafened on Discord, so yeah, welcome everyone to the stream. We left off on Grover Cleveland and Ben Harrison. I think that's when my Wi-Fi went out. I think it went out around Rutherford Hayes, but I'll just continue for where I was. So after Little Ben, we did, and Grover, we had William McKinley. He's a D tier for me, because McKinley did annex a lot of the. He basically took control of a lot of Spain's old properties, and stuff like that. But like, oh wait, dang it, it wasn't. But yeah, no, McKinley's a D tier. For me, although he was assassinated, which, you know, that it was pretty bad. But if he'd done a little bit more, he could have been a B tier, maybe a C tier at best. Yeah. So after William McKinley, we did have Theodore Roosevelt, who is one of the best presidents of the United States. He was a big nature guy. He did a lot for the National Park Service, but he was a progressive. He was a liberal Republican. He was really, he was just an all-around guy. He got shot and he still gave a speech. That's something that you never look at all the time. And then after him was William Howard Taft. Taft did not want to be president. He was more focused on being the Supreme Court justice. He'd rather be that than a president, but, you know, you have to go back on what Teddy said. And then Woodrow Wilson, F tier. Why Woodrow Wilson? Okay. I am a centrist, all right, if I'm going to be honest with you. I'm, like, in the middle of everything. My views are all over the place. Woodrow Wilson is horrible. He is horrible. And the fact of the matter is that Woodrow, he brought us into World War I. He was paralyzed for most of his final term. And overall, he really did not, like, he made the League of Nations, but we were never in it. You know, Woodrow was horrible. He's an F tier president. And he also mismanaged, even Democrats mismanaged the COVID-19, or no, not COVID, god damn it, the Spanish flu. The Spanish flu, he mismanaged that. And yeah, so after Woodrow Wilson, then came Warren Harding. He was a nice guy, but he was involved with the Teapot Dome scandal. He just hired a bunch of his cronies to do the job for him. And he was a nice guy, though, but unfortunately, he was a really not as good president. Calvin Coolidge is a B tier, or is an A. He's an A tier for me, although he's not better than, you know, Abe and Thomas Jefferson and such. Yeah, Calvin Coolidge, laissez-faire economics, the Roaring Twenties. It was just a lot of time and prosperity, and the economy rebounded under Coolidge. And he did not say much. He had limited government, and he was overall a really good president. Now, Herbert Hoover is an F tier. He raised tariffs. He did a lot to mess with the economy. And quite frankly, Herbert Hoover, he's not that bad, but the fact that the Great Depression casted a light on him at most of his term, it was really, it did not end well. FDR is an A tier as well. He's a wartime president. As much as people don't like him because of how he handled World War II, this man was a really good guy. Despite having polio, he battled through it. He was a really good president. However, his next president, he died and is the only president to serve more than 2 terms. But after that, we had the 23rd Amendment, or the 22nd Amendment. I don't know, man. The Harry Truman, B tier. As much as I knew him, he was a racist guy, sure. But I didn't agree with putting the Japanese. Well, that was Roosevelt. I did not agree with putting them in internment camps and such. But I did not agree with him dropping the bombs on Hiroshima, Nagasaki, to culminate World War II. But Truman had to get it done somehow. But Harry Truman is he was a loser for most of his life. But now that he was in public office, he did a lot for the country. And could have actually done a lot more if he came back to another term. But Harry Truman was exceptionally well-rounded as a president. And that's where I rank him. After Truman, we have Dwight Eisenhower, who is, again, arguably one of the best presidents of the United States. He kicked ass in a lot of the wars. Eisenhower, especially, he's just a very likable guy. And, yeah, he's very likable. And Eisenhower, I still like Ike to this day, even though I'm very young. After Ike is JFK, and wait, give me a second. I am yeah. So I'm going to see if we can get Stickman for this one, boy. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Oh god. Okay, so right here we have Stickmengames now. If you're watching the stream, so where do we rank JFK? JFK was a popular guy. He did a lot.
A or B.
He wanted to get people out of Vietnam, the troops, before he died. Although he did get shot in the head, and now he has half a head now. I'd put
A or B.
If it was my personal bias, he would be an S. But Abe and FDR and Eisenhower and Teddy and Coolidge would also be an S. But I think he's an A tier president. I'm not gonna lie. JFK was really good. You had to admit that. And then Lyndon Johnson is a bit of a C tier guy. He was an intimidating guy. He did a lot for the country with civil rights. He signed the Civil Rights Act. But there was a lot that Lyndon Johnson did, including Vietnam, that really, that was not that great. And then we have, hello, my fellow Americans. This is President Nixon.
S tier, S tier, S tier.
F tier. Nixon he said it himself. He was not a crook, but Nixon was a crook.
It's D.
He went in and did Watergate. He did send us.
D or F.
He did send us.
Oh wait, he's already F.
He did send the troops out of Vietnam, but Nixon did not. He didn't have any other policies except for maybe détente, which was all right. But Nixon couldn't really escape Watergate, and there was that. And then there's Gerald Ford, D tier.
I don't know that guy. Anyways,
Gerald Ford was the vice president and the House Minority Leader out of Michigan. It was a bit shaky. He made a lot of campaign gaffes, similar to Joe Biden. But Gerald Ford was somewhat decent, though. He did pardon Nixon, which was...
Jared Fogle?
Okay, moving on. Jimmy Carter, my favorite president because we're born on the same day. But Jimmy Carter is a C tier. Actually, no, we'll put him in D. And the only reason why I put Carter in D is because there were no wars under him. He was a diplomat, but we had the Iranian hostage crisis. And there was stagflation, where money, people are losing jobs while things keep going higher. And that led to Jimmy Carter and Gerald Ford ultimately getting ousted by Ronald Reagan.
Isn't he like A tier?
He's like an A for me, but he's a B tier because of Reaganomics and supply side economics. It was just not my favorite thing. He did well and was overseeing the dissolution of the Soviet Union. He was good friends with Mikhail Gorbachev. They needed a lot for this country, and that made the 80s the 80s. Now, the first George W. Bush, or George Herbert
F
Walker
tier.
Bush,
No,
D
F tier.
No. It's not W. It's HW. D tier. We kicked ass in the Persian Gulf War, but everything else besides the Persian Gulf War, read my lips, no new taxes. He raised your goddamn taxes, people. He raised taxes.
And no one likes taxes.
No one likes taxes. So George H.W. Bush, D tier. He broke his only campaign promise. And then we had Mr. Bill Clinton.
F. I don't think he was good. F.
It's it's in the middle for me. I'd put him in C. And the only reason why I put Clinton in C is because Clinton, we had surpluses under Clinton. The 90s were roaring as well as the 80s.
Wait, Lance, you got to think about this. He gave birth to Hillary Clinton, so that's honestly an F tier.
That's his wife.
Oh wait, what?
That's his wife.
Well,
no, Bill Clinton's administration in general was good.
Well, he married Hillary Clinton,
that
so
is
just
true,
put in the F tier.
No,
Women are not cool.
He's in C.
Women are not cool.
He's in C tier. Clinton is in C tier. God damn it. Clinton is in C tier because his administration was somewhat decent. There were surpluses under Bill.
I'm demonetizing Laniccal.
But the Monica Lewinsky incident, where he had an affair with her, was just not pretty. But now moving on, we're going to one of the
S tier.
It's dumbass George W. Bush.
S tier.
This guy, his foreign policy was absolutely dog shit. The only great thing was that he came out as a leader in 9/11, and then after that, Dick Cheney grabbed him by the balls and put a fist up his ass, and he essentially became the president of the United States. Our 44th president, Dick Cheney. But no, our real 44th president is Barack Obama.
And he's an S tier.
He's an F tier.
No, he's more like a C.
I'm kidding, but he's a C tier. Obama's foreign policy was similar to Bush's dog shit. Although Obama did a lot for the country, but he did not give us the change that we needed. He just made it the same, and it caused ISIS to come out. But they did kill his cousin Osama, I'm kidding, obviously. But now we have Big 45.
S tier. Yep,
Donald Trump.
S tier.
Okay, no.
Okay, no, he's like an F tier.
The reason...
Okay, first of all, he said he was going to build a wall, and that was his main thing, and then he didn't build a wall.
No, I'm going to put Trump in D tier, but it's still a little early. I'm going to be nice. It's a little too early, but his economy was great until COVID. But there's a lot of things that he did not... promises kept, promises made. The only promise he kept was deporting people. The wall was never built. He mismanaged COVID-19.
And people hate him because of BLM or something.
People just hate Trump generally, and then
Joe Biden's our next president.
Trump's whole identity is based off of the divide that America has. But yeah, Trump did not exactly. He didn't exhilarate the whole of America. He divided the country in general. And I think that Trump is a D tier as it stands today. Now, if he gets the vaccine out, then I might upgrade him to a C tier. And I might even put him over Obama, but right now he's a D tier with Little Ben and McKinley.
Personally, I think Mike Bloomberg would have done better than all of these presidents.
This live stream was paid for by Mike Bloomberg.
Mike Bloomberg. Bloomberg 2020. Mini Mike. You got Mini Mike out of the way, boys. Mike Bloomberg.
But yeah, no, Mike Bloomberg. But yeah. That was the
Who's that other guy? Who's that dumb
Okay, now we're gonna answer questions about people that you. Okay, let's give a like to the stream because why not?
Like the stream.
But yeah, why not? So, things that I would actually change, I would probably put Abe at S. I'd probably put FDR, Eisenhower, maybe Cal, Coolidge, and maybe Roosevelt up there, and then I put Reagan at A. Maybe Obama and Clinton at B, but
Is the threat real?
I don't really know about that. Andrew Jackson, actually, I'm moving him to F tier. He allowed for the Trail of Tears to happen. He was like a king, almost, King Andrew. And I just hate his guts. But, hey, $20 is $20.
No. Move Trump to S tier.
Oh, God, that's going to get me so much street
And Bush,
cred.
and Bush, and
Oh,
Bush.
No. Bush belongs in the doldrums of hell.
Make a new tier. Say hell. No. Put a new tier called hell. And then boom, Bush. And boom, Bush.
Yeah, no. So let's actually move everyone back to where I originally put them. Maybe except for honestly.
Only one S tier. Only one S tier.
Yeah, George Washington, man. That's only one S tier, you know. But anyhow, thank you guys for watching the stream. I saw 2 chatters. That Dudnum 67 Potato and X Wolf Creeper.
This is dead. The stream is dead, sadly.
But yeah, no, the stream is dead, unfortunately. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Thank you, Stickman, for coming along.
Make sure to dislike the video and unsubscribe.
And we are blocking Stickman on Discord.
Nice.
But yeah, no, thank you guys so much. We're gonna end this stream off by unsubscribing to Stickmengames.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
No, I need subs.
All right.
Subs, please.
That's the